Hey, so today we got an order for our F16 ICP. It's mostly used for DCS and BMS for those who are really into flying the Viper or the F16 or the Flying Falcon. Um, so what I wanted to do is start really doing it right, you know. So I wanted to list down these activities we would normally do in building one, like what I did before. Like I just do what I feel like doing. So let me try to be organized this time. So I was thinking first we start with um, 3D printing the buttons. So we are resin printing the buttons. That's the first thing we're gonna do. The buttons would, just to give you an idea, are like this. So we would 3D print this part using resin, and we cut out this layer from white acrylic, which is like 1.5 millimeter. We paint it off first, so it starts off like a plain gray acrylic. Let me show you, like this one. So it's all gray. So we take the white acrylic, top it with a flat gray primer. Then we laser etch it using our CO2 laser and cut the faces. This is where we cut it, like this one, something like this. This one is a failed print. So we come up with something like this, and we attach it to our resin printed. Let me show you one. Like this one. This is a blank button. So this is how it comes out of the resin printer. So it's clear so that light can go through it. As you can see in our video there, we have a green backlight that shines through that, so it has to be clear. And that's also why we have like a really thin acrylic layer there for the face. Okay, so that's what we will be doing first. Next up, probably while doing that, we will be working on the board. I have a board here which we already started but not quite finished yet. So while we're the resin printing could take like an hour for the whole set of buttons. So while we're doing that, we'll probably finalizing this board by adding the other components that still needs to be soldered into it. I would normally like test all the potentiometers first before soldering it in, because it's so difficult to replace um, component that's already been soldered there. When you find out later during testing that it's not working. And yeah, when I buy these potentiometers in bulk, and can't help it, sometimes you maybe out of like 50 of this, you get a few, maybe 5 with failing values when you test it. So we're gonna do that also. So here we on our number 2 would be assembling board. Great. Okay, so that shouldn't take too long. So after assembling the board, if by that time the resin printing is done, we can probably laser cut the faces we will be needing for this batch. So let's see. So laser etch and cut the button faces. Yeah, and once we've done that, we're gonna go ahead and assemble the buttons. Assemble individual buttons. Okay. Now for the round buttons, you'll notice we printed blank because we don't have any reference when you cut it. But if you would etch it already and stick it into the button, you won't have any reference to make sure it's aligned or perpendicular to the entire ICP. So what we do is we laser cut the round buttons faces, stick it into the button, and later on we would like have a jig where we put the button there and then etch it. So when we do that, it's aligned to the square mounting stem of the button, so that when you stick it into the ICP, it would perfectly match the alignment of the ICP. So that's how we're gonna do that. So well, we normally do that at the same time. Oh, okay. Then we do the rocker switch. Hold on. What else needs to be done? Okay, got the board done. We've assembled the buttons. Okay, we need to 3D print what do you call that? The internal frame. Internal frame. Let me to see if I have one here. Okay, here's the frame. This is how it's gonna be like. So we would 3D print this part where we would mount the board before it goes to the enclosure. Okay, we've 3D printed the frame. Let me check if I still have some knobs. If we don't, then we're gonna have to 3D print that as well. So I have here some knobs which I have previously printed. It's a multicolor 3D printer, Bamboo Lab X1 carbon, and it does a pretty good job of 3D printing the knobs. Like, it's not easy to come up with a knob with these black indicator lines, those gradient lines that supposed to show you the position. I see the ICPs from Sim gears don't even use that. They just have the plain white knobs, and it has been a big challenge for me until I finally got it using the Bamboo Lab. So I have here, like, let's see, this is one pair, this is the left and the right. Oh, sorry, and this would be another left. So I just need one more right. Okay, so it seems I still have a set, so I won't need to do that, but let me just include that here in our list, because I'll be using this list for every build I'll be making in the future. So 3D print the knob set. Okay, so you got the knobs, you got the... Okay, now normally I would also like cast the frame, the face, as this one. So since I have one already, I won't need to do that now, but let's put it in our list. It usually goes, I would usually do that somewhere during the first parts. So that's resin cast. ICP face. So this is the ICP face. Okay, you can see that still plain, doesn't have the labels, the markings yet. We would normally like etch this at the last stage, so that if we ever like I don't know, for any reason we would want to repaint it, because once you etched it, there's no way you can repaint it and etch it again. So we do the etching at the very end when we're almost ready to finalize it. Like if you, during the assembly, you scratch it, there's no way you can fix that. So we'd end up like either sanding the whole thing, repainting it. But if you have etched a lot of the labels already in there, even if you sand it, it's very difficult to like cover it up, and you can't use putty because once you use putty and you do laser etching, if the for some reason it's very likely that the putty would be in a position where you would eventually laser etch again the label, and that would look good already. Like the putty we use is usually gray, and even if we have white putty, we don't want it to be exposed by the laser etch. We'd like the white resin to show up during the etch. Okay, next. So here, around here, we can laser etch the face. Okay. There you go. Now, what else? What else? So, etching the face. So, I guess next would be assembling the whole ICP. So, assembly. Oh, we 3D print the enclosure. Yeah, so the enclosure would be something like this one. Yeah, this is the enclosure. So we will be 3D printing this on our FDM printer. This is going to be the case. Where we will put like the board, the internal frame, and finally we'll need to print I might as well do it at the same time, enclosure and stand or bracket. Although I'm considering, like, for this build, I'm thinking using aluminum for the bracket. But that's still a thought. If that's something I can pull off within the next week, then I'd probably do that. But normally I'd use a 3D print the bracket. So the bracket is something like, it's something like this. You can see it. Yeah, this is how the bracket is. So you can, and I have a thumb screw here, so you can like mount it this way. If you have like an 80-20 rig, you can mount it this way with the MFDs down. I can show you later how I will mount it. On the sides you can have the MFDs, but if you don't, if you're using a desktop rig, then you can just put it on top of your desk like that. Okay. So continuing, and then of course you'll do the final assembly. final assembly where we put everything together. Then we'll do the testing. We'll do the firmware, programming, and testing. And that's it. We package it. And ship. Yeah. So that's basically what we do, how we work on the ICP when it's in order. So for now, I'm gonna start with resin printing the buttons. Okay. Gonna check if my do I have the latest? I guess I have. Let me check. Let me check on mine. Got the USB for my 3D printer. That's the resin printer. Hold on. Let me show you that's my resin printer right there. So let me check first on my computer if I have the latest button set. Last one I did was March 28th. Yeah, so I guess that's the latest. March 28th. It's been a while since I did my last set. Okay, so I would think that's Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and print it, I guess. But let me just show you probably how that looks like on our slicer. Let me just run up the slicer. Slicer, come on. So this is my slicer now. Let me open up my. Ooh, hold on. Where do I have that? Let's see if I can open this one. Yeah, that would be the one. Wait, I'd like to open the one with the 3D model there. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Should be. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's something like this. Why am I not able to? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but this is the old one. Pretty sure that's not the one I used. Nah, nah. I'd go with the latest one I saw. So anyway, let's go back to our. I'm gonna set up the. I'm gonna set this up. Okay, let's get our USB. Make sure it's ejected. Wire. 1 hour 9 minutes. Yeah, we'll check after 30 minutes to make sure we okay, setting up a new space there. Oops. Come on, I got the wrong one. No, no, no. This is what I was supposed to rotate. Yeah, there you go. But when I do the actual soldering, I usually raise this up so it's much easier to look at. Another thing I need to do is to test the pots. Testing the pots. Okay. 10K, yeah. 10K pot, so it's 10K, but this is a dual pot. This is single 10K, I'm gonna need 3. I use the dual for controlling the lights as well, so this also serves as the dimmer. I tried using it before, like getting the values from the same pot as the input for the ICP, but it was so unstable. It's better to like have 2 pots or a double pot instead. Yeah, that worked much better. Okay, let's test this pot. Test it. Get our tester. Actually, this one I've already tested. So when it's on one end, that's 10K. Also 10K. While the other end is, that's 2 ohms. Almost 0. Yeah, 1.4 ohm. And when we shift it to the other end, this side will be 10K. Yep, 10K. And this should now be 1.9 ohms, 1.8 ohms. Yeah, so this one will do. Okay, this one side, 2.6 ohms, 10.4 ohms. 10K. Move it to the other side. This is now 2 ohms. The other is 10K. Yep, this works. Yeah, so I'm putting it there already. Not soldering it yet, but it's there. Now testing this one. La la la. It's 9.89. Yeah, close enough. The other side is 2.5 ohms. Move it now. Come on. Come on. Nine point nine. 2 ohms. Good. You're good. Yep, 10K. 1.8. Switch the other side. Now this is stop moving. 1.8 ohm. 10K. 10K. That's what we want. Okay, it's all good. So let me show you the other parts that we also use for that. This is an NKK switch. It's branded. It's momentary and on off on the button. This is for the drift CO, which goes there. Yeah. Let me get the other parts. Yeah. Other switches. Come on, where are you? Where are you now? There you are. Oh, it's the same. Should be on, off, on. Should be on, off, on. I got the moment. think I'm using I'll be using this one on, off, on, off, on. Yep. Okay, and then still looking for chill. Still need one more of this. The Arduino, I soldered it last. So, after, when we're ready to assemble the whole thing, that's when I would solder in the Arduino. Here's right. Wait. I'm just taking out yep, there we go. Yeah, one more. Chirp. Where are you? This is the dauber switch. Trying to find out batch. Seems I used them up already. And yep, this is our dauber. Hear that sound? That's the sound of our double switch. Okay, and we can go ahead and start soldering. Set up our soldering pedestal. Yeah, I'd like to do the soldering on top of this, so it's much closer to my eyes. Wait, I forgot something. Normally put on the sides. There's a guide. Yeah, we forgot about this. We'd have that there. This also works as our limiter, because the F16 ICP, they don't use the full swing of the potentiometer. You would need to have a limiter right there. Well, it's been an hour already. And I would also need to cut this shorter, because I couldn't find pots with a 6 mm shaft. This is a 12 mm, so I'm gonna have to cut the pots, which I totally forgot to do, which I should have done earlier. let me go ahead and cut this offline. I mean, I'm gonna cut the shaft offline while in the meantime, I'm gonna stop the stream, come back to you when it's all cut already.